caving, rock climbing, mountaineering was my escape. And when I did it in Delta, when I was in Delta, every chance I got on weekends, I'd be somewhere climbing.
Yeah.
I would take leave and I'd be somewhere climbing. So not only I was EOD and I became a breacher in Delta, I was also the climbing instructor for rock climbing, mountaineering.
Yeah.
So I also belonged to the American Mountain Guides Association, and I also was a professional member, well, the American Alpine Association. I belonged to the American Alpine, and I was a professional member of the American Guides Association.
Wow.
So I did all the guiding and on all the climbing trips and instruction and stuff. And sometimes we would hire also civilian instructors when we would go, but I would augment the civilian instructors. And like when we went to Poland, I took the team went to Poland to do in the high Tartus Mountains in Poland, where we climbed several of the peaks in Poland and skied several of the peaks in Poland. We climbed Mount Rysy, the highest point in Poland. Mount Rysy, the Polish name means scar.
Yeah.
And then we did some caving in Poland too. And the caves in Poland are mostly vertical caves where you have to rappel down in the cave and do ascending up and stuff like that. So the caves in Poland are very technical. So I was one of the cave instructors, and we had a Polish cave instructor.
That's awesome. What did you have to, before you got to that point, where did you do after you had your psychological assessment and all this stuff, and you talked to the psychologist? Like what came after that?
Well, then I was assigned to B Squadron.
Okay, and what is B Squadron?
Well, at that time in Delta, we had two operational squadrons, A Squadron and B Squadron.
Okay.
So I was assigned to B Squadron.
What is a squadron like, is in manpower-wise? Like,
I would say a squadron was about maybe at the most 25 to 30 people, platoon size.
So they were referring to a platoon size element as a squadron?
Yeah. So, yeah, when we went through we're based on the 22SAS, the British 22S. Colonel Beckwith went over to the British 22SAS as a Special Forces liaison person, spent time with the British 22SAS.
One of the founding commanding officer, basically?
Yeah, spent time with it. So when we, in OTC 1, our shooting instructors were British.
No kidding.
From the 22SAS.